I'm standing on Maria Island at one of the little, just camp base, what are these?
Yeah, this is our little campsite where we stay for the first 2 nights for Maria Island Walk.
So Maria Island Walks is this wonderful thing you can do on a part of Tasmania which is in the World Heritage, or is World Heritage listed?
Yeah, we have World Heritage listing on most of the buildings in Darlington, and that's from the convict history from that period, so it's a really unique island.
It's a stunningly beautiful island, and this is home base for 2 nights of your stay here.
This is camp for the first night, and then we have another campsite which we actually go to for night 2.
So first night they would arrive, they land on the beach, they do their own thing,
yeah, we
come here.
Come into camp, get settled, we go on a beautiful afternoon walk, and then they come back to a lovely 3-course meal.
And you're going to prep part of the 3-course meal for us today.
Yes.
Is it difficult getting them to leave this place?
It's very hard. Often they just want to stay, they never want to go home, but we have to send them off.
You want to make sure the next camp and then the next camp just keeps getting better and better?
Yeah.
Because you look back on this and go, why did I leave this
Why
place?
would you ever want to leave?
So what is the dish we're going to cook?
So we're going to do a crispy skinned salmon on a sort of a bed of herbed mash.
The salmon is local Tasmanian salmon.
Yeah, it's Huon salmon, so it's local from down in the Huon Valley. It's a beautiful fresh produce that we like to showcase.
We love Huon salmon here on Ben's menu. It's our favourite salmon. We use it all the time. We get to go down there quite a bit and check out what they're doing, and they're a great little producer and provider of sustainable salmon. Okay, so you're going to boss me around.
Yes.
And payback for bossing me around, I'm going to quiz you a little bit about Maria Island.
That's all right.
All
we can do that.
What are we doing?
So to start with, we want to actually cook our potatoes. So in here, we've peeled our potatoes and chopped them up just roughly. So to go with the mashed potatoes, we have a few fresh herbs, dill and parsley and chives.
So how finely would you like this chopped? Boss?
Nice and fine.
Really fine?
Get your knife skills happening.
So how many people would you cook for?
So we can
on
be
a regular
cooking for up to 10 guests and 2 guides as well. So that's 12 people cooking in our little setup. We just have a little burner. So we like to cook dishes that are really nice and fresh but quite simple to prepare so that it's not too much work.
When you can get your hands on really good produce, simple is always best, I think. I'm a massive preacher of that. I'm a simple person who likes simple food.
So now we're going to add these herbs that Ben's nicely chopped up to our potatoes. We're also going to add a nice knob of butter and cream. So we just want to mash the potatoes. And
Salt and pepper in there, Chef?
Yeah, salt and pepper would be great.
We, Chef. How long have you been working for Maria Island Walk?
So I've worked for Maria Island Walks for 3 seasons now. So it has been a little while, being able to get my head around everything.
Yeah.
How everything works. But I just want to come back every season. Yeah. It's great, you get to work in an environment like this. And
feels weird saying how long you've been working for Maria Island Walks. This isn't work.
It's more like a holiday slash with a little bit of work.
You get paid for it.
Incorporated. So that's our herbed mash there.
Oh. That's beautiful.
Is that good?
Yum.
Right.
I'd be very happy with that at the end of a long day's walk.
Well, that's just the start. So now we have to cook our salmon, and we're going to get a really nice crispy skin on that salmon.
Pan on, some salmon in there.
Beautiful.
See how that, as soon as it goes in, it wants to curl a bit. So just put some pressure on it to begin with once your salmon goes in to keep the skin nice and flat. So you get a crispy skin all over. There we go.
And so while that's cooking, we're also going to add, finally, we're going to add some capers to our mash.
Want them chopped?
Yeah, just chop them up nice and finely. It gives a really nice saltiness to the mash.
I reckon our salmon's got about 5 minutes to cook, which means I can quiz you about Maria Island. From the moment they arrive to the moment they end, they leave.
Yeah.
What do they do while they're here?
So it's a really beautiful walk. They come onto the island here, we arrive into camp. We can walk down in the afternoon on the first day to Haunted Bay, which has beautiful granite rocks. It's a spectacular spot. It is haunted, apparently.
Our prep chef really would hate that. He's scared of anything.
Doesn't like ghosts.
No.
But it's a really beautiful bay, and the walk's really moderate. It's quite easy. We're walking on either a flat track or firm beaches, so anyone can do it. We've had a range of ages. I've taken a 90-year-old man up the mountain even, so it's a great walk. The second day we walk along a lot of the beaches, so you get a really nice coastal feel, and then the third day you can climb up a mountain. So that's when, if they want to stretch their legs, they can do a bit more exercise. And
so the third day, they're staying They finish up
Yeah.
in Benaki House.
Benaki House.
So what's Benaki House? Who is this Benaki fellow?
He was a really interesting Italian. He was actually an entrepreneur who came all the way over from Italy to Tasmania, and he sort of started his own little companies on Maria Island. He had a winery, he had a cement factory, and we stay in...
Cement factory?
A cement factory on Little Maria Island, and we stay in one of his houses. It's a beautiful old heritage listed house.
Yeah, and I've stayed in that. It's the only heritage listed house in the world that you can actually stay in.
Yeah, so it's quite a unique accommodation site.
Is there any ghosts in there?
Apparently there are as well. So if you like ghosts, then you might see something. There's a few stories floating around to go with.
All right, our salmon I think is done.
It's looking good.
So they can come out and rest.
Now we just want to wilt some spinach. So we've got a little bit of garlic.
Yep.
We're going to add that to the pan, and we'll add the spinach as well. We just want to wilt that down gently. And we can probably start putting a few of our other items onto the plate.
Yeah, that one's nice. Move that over here. So what goes on first?
We have a really nice roast garlic aioli that we've made.
Yeah.
And it's got a really nice flavour to it. So we put that on the base. So now we're going to put our mashed potato on. We just want to make a little stack. So
you're going camping, but you're almost getting restaurant quality food.
That's the idea. We want to
wilderness.
Give you something to remember.
So the guides, not only do you have to know about the island, you have to be decent walkers, obviously, first aid, but you have to be great cooks.
You have to be able to cook. Wow. Hopefully we can make it turn out all right. Next is the spinach. So we're just going to put that on top like that. And then we'll put our salmon on top of that.
On top of the spinach?
On top of the spinach.
Oh.
Doesn't that look good?
Looks amazing. So
we're just going to put a few fresh little fronds of dill on top, just to finish it off. And that's your crispy Huon salmon with the bed of herbed mash.
And if you're out camping and you get food like that, restaurants in Hobart are going to be in trouble.
They're going to be a bit jealous.
Yeah.